Meanwhile, the President of Turkey, Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, wants American sanctions on Tehran to be lifted, while he also sees the recent developments as a window of opportunity for both Iran and America. Washington last week, remember, said it was ready to talk to Iran about the two countries returning to the agreement, but Iran has reiterated it will not be making the first move to restore the pact with the major powers. This deal aims at preventing Tehran from acquiring nuclear weapons. The Turkish president has told his Iranian counterpart Hassan Rouhani that he wished the new American administration would abandon the unilateral sanctions on Iran and lift restrictions that have been imposed. He also added that statements on the issue in recent days led to a new window of opportunity. Erdoğan said, and I'm quoting now, it was the most reasonable course of action for all the parties to meet at the point of making the comprehensive joint plan of action operational again, and that it is important to keep the door for dialogue open despite all the difficulties. A year after former U.S. President Donald Trump abandoned the deal and reimposed those sanctions on Tehran, Iran started breaching the terms of the agreement gradually in 2019. Washington and Tehran have been at odds over who should take the first step to try and revive that deal. Iran insists the United States must first lift those sanctions, while Washington says Tehran must first return to compliance, and that's where things are stuck. Ankara was sanctioned by Washington last year for its purchase of the Russian defense systems. It has repeatedly called for the lifting of the sanctions on Iran, and that the two sides must return to the agreement. And we earlier spoke to political analyst Onur Erim from Istanbul. Listen in.
The very first rule in the international diplomacy is that you want to have a continuous communication, and of course, for that, you have to keep the lines of communication open at all times. Yes, the United States has been testing the patience of the Republic of Turkey, be it their unconditional help to PKK, YPG terrorist groups, be it that them trying to intervene the sovereign decision of Turkey purchasing S-400s, or be it that they have been kept harboring an internationally known terrorist, Fethullah Gülen, for over years. But despite all these, Turkey has been made her stand very clear on all of these issues. President Erdoğan hasn't, budged down at all in any of those issues. But regardless, with the new presidency, with the new term, he is hoping that there's a new page that could be opened. Whether this happens or not depends on how the U.S. administration, how Biden administration acts from now on. And of course, over the years, President Erdoğan has always stressed